Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is day 25 of the Leetcode Daily Challenge. Almost at the end of the month. Let's, keep going. Let's get there. Largest number. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. And yeah, my neck's a little bit better today, but still in a little bit of pain, so I'm not gonna move that much. Anyway, largest number. Given a list of negative numbers, arrange them such that they form the largest number. Okay. So I think and this is just from experience. You might have to do your own proofs for a little bit, but part of this is going to be greedy in that you always want the number that goes first, right? Like for in this case, there's some nuance to that, obviously with multiple digits, but let's say two numbers have the same digit, then you want the bigger number first. I think that one is obvious, and you can do proofs if you like. Then the tricky thing comes from, okay, let's say 30 and 34, right? Which one comes first? Well, okay, this one's a little bit easier, it's 34. But let's say you have more. If you have the question about between 3 and 34 and 30, right? Then that becomes a little bit trickier. And in this case, you can see that the 3 is actually in the middle. So there is a way to figure out which one goes first. And this is one of those things where actually I know that in Python, I like to sort by key, right? And sorting by key, what does that mean? So sorting by key means that number sort key is equal to lambda x, and so you map the each number to something that represents that number that you can sort by in a more intuitive sense. However, in this case, you can't. This is not what we want. What we want is using a comparator, and why, right? So basically what we want is we want to use a comparator, but the idea behind here is that, okay, let's say you have three numbers, 3, 30, and 34, because I think that should be most of the cases. So should 3 be in front of 30, right? So the way to do that is just look at two numbers, which is if 3 is in front of 30, you have this number, and if 3 is after 30, you have this number, right? And so then from here, you know that 330 is bigger than 303, so 3 should be in before 330. So that's the kind of logic that I'm going to use, and you can kind of so in order for things to be sortable, it has to have a relationship that is transitive, right? And so I'll leave it up to you, the viewers at home, to observe it. The proof is up to you to figure out why this is transitive, or just maybe one for a different case. But just to kind of be, going for it again, 3, 4, 3. In this case, 3 and 3, 4 is 3, 4, 3. So you take the 3, 4 first. So you can kind of think about it that way. And that's the way that I'm going to solve it. And then, but that's pretty much it at that point. So it's actually very rare that I need a comparator. But I am going to try because it's been a little bit of a while. But yeah, so that means that we have to create a comparator, right? So basically you have a left and a right, or I guess in this case it's actually, to be honest, yeah, it's been a while. What am I doing? So I don't write the comparator for Python very often, but I think that this should be okay. Let's compare, maybe. And so now we return if, okay, these are ints. So, and you could do some stuff to optimize this a little bit, but let's actually do that real quick. So in this case, you notice that you don't need the nums anymore, at least not like this. So let's convert them into strings. So we map them to strings, and then we just do this, and then now these should be strings. So if x plus y is greater than, or well, I mean, if it's equal to it, then it doesn't really matter. That means that they're the same. So we return, I guess -1 for the one on the left. Otherwise, return 1. I guess to be more accurate, let's do it this way. Just to be more precise, even though I think it doesn't really matter, because if they're the same, then they're the same. Though maybe there's some transitive thing that makes it a little different. But yeah, and then now that you have, you know, a number sorted by string, then now we can just return the join of them. So syntax here may be a little bit weird, just because I don't know if I got it right, because it's been a long time. I forgot to rename this, because I was going to make it a class, but I think maybe this is okay. Let's double check. It's been a while since that's hard. Is it part of sorted? Or maybe maybe I'm thinking of the wrong language, which happens from time to time. But what I mean is like Python 2 versus Python 3, which it's been a while since I've done it. So now and at this point I am just doing a quick Googling. Sorry that you can't see that, but why is this so apparently they took it out Python 3. And I didn't know that this is the syntax. I don't know why. I mean, I guess the key version is much more common, but it's still a little bit weird, maybe. I don't know. That's just commentary. It doesn't really matter that much. Let's see if that works. And at the end of the day, it's just the algorithm, right? Like the code itself is just code, and you know, it's up to you to adapt to it. And now I'm just pressing random numbers, but it should be okay. Yeah, it looks okay, so I'm gonna submit. I think I'm okay unless I have some weird edge cases. Oh yeah, this is one of the weird edge cases. So that's a little bit. I mean, technically true, but that's a weird. I don't know. That's like I do not feel bad about it, and because that's just silly, right? And this is the only case where that could happen. Like if there's one of any other number, there'll be no leading zeros. So, so I might take a performance hit here. So we'll see if this gives me time limited. That's what I would be worried about. Yeah, but it seems okay. That's just a crappy case. Like it's a gotcha case, but they don't even tell you what to return, right? So, but okay. But yeah, so obviously with sorting, it's going to be n log n. We do use extra space, but conceptually you don't really need it to. You could just, you know, it's just for syntax reasons. But yeah, let me know what you think. This is weird, but this is the algorithm. Basically just do the string concat comparison. To be honest, I know the answer to this problem, not from Leetcode, but I've done similar problems before on Topcoder or something like that. So I had an idea when I saw it. But yeah, so I would urge you to like play around with these relationships, prove transitivity. I'm saying that wrong, but I also can't turn my neck that well, so that's my excuse. And yeah, let me know what you think. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye bye.